today's recording of bookings and billings. The prerequisites for this training module are OpenAir workflow, OpenAir navigations, and from the bookings recordings, bookings overview, creating bookings, and modifying bookings. If you haven't already listened to these recordings, please stop now and do so. As you've learned in the previous recordings of bookings, bookings play an integral part of the billing process. It is with the booking that the delivery role gets assigned for customer billing. If a resource logs time on a day for which they do not have a booking, the time log will get stamped with no delivery role. Project managers are going to be notified of this daily with a report that's run and emailed from OpenAir. Let's take a look at that report now. Daily, this report of time entered details its audit 1, its time entries with no delivery role, is going to be run systematically and then emailed to all project managers. Daily, the project manager needs to be reviewing this report to see if there's any projects on there to which they own. If there is, they need to go out and create a booking or modify an existing booking for this resource. So if we take a look at this report here, what we can see is there's a time record out there for Jim Meyer on September 19th on a timesheet with a name of 918 to 924 for project number 3493 Adena Health Systems. If you look and scroll over to the very far right of the report, it's here where you can see the no delivery role is been tagged as the project delivery role. So what we need to do, or what the project needs to do daily after reviewing this report, is if they have any projects displaying on this, they need to log into OpenAir and create a booking, or they need to notify the resource that perhaps the time was logged on the wrong day. But in our example here, we're going to assume that the resource really did deliver the work on the 19th, but that the project manager needs to make a correcting booking for this time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to log into OpenAir. And as you know, when you remember from the navigations module, bookings are found underneath the resource module. So we'll go to the resource module, and then it's underneath the bookings tab. There's a tab that's called list. This bookings list is going to bring you to a list of all of the bookings to which you have visibility to. Now, the fastest way to find that project and fix the bookings is to create a filter, if you don't already have one, to search by project. So I'm going to create a filter by project. Project name contains, and this way I'll be able to just input the project ID that I'm looking for, and I'm going to type in my project number. It was 3493, and I'm going to search. What I'm going to see here is there is a booking out there for Jim Meyer, but if I scroll over and I look at the dates to which this booking covers, you can see that it only covers from July 2009 to December 2009. What I need to do is, because Jim was already booked to my project, I can go out and create a new booking for him for that date of September 19th. So I'm going to go up here to where it says bookings, and I'm going to say new bookings. And I'm going to select my resource, and I'm going to type in Jim's last name, and I'll select him. In the delivery role, I know that Jim is scheduled as my application consultant, so I'm going to assign him the delivery role of application consultant, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to find my project. I can do this by, again, either typing in the project number, and as you can see, as I start to type, it gives me a drop down, and there's my project, 3493. I'm going to give Jim a task booking, and he's going to be assigned to that application consulting task. And because this is a one-off booking, I'm just going to create it for the 19th of September. It's going to be a one-day booking. And I'm going to say that it was for the 4 hours to which he logged. It's a hard booking type, and he was remote. I've got that all off of my report. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save it. Once I've saved it, it's going to return me back out to the bookings view, and there's that bookings for Jim. What I can do now is I would email Jim and let him know that he needs to resave his timesheet. So I'm going to take a minute here, and I'm going to go out, and I'm going to log in as Jim and go to his timesheet. So I'm going to log in as Jim, and I'm going to go to his timesheet. And here's that timesheet. There's the name, 918 to 924. Now the only thing that Jim needs to do to correct this, because I've now put a booking out there, is click the Save button. That's the only action that's required of Jim. Once he's done that, he can verify that the billing rule was actually identified on his timesheet by clicking on Reports. You can see now that the project delivery rule says Application Consultant. So this will now, when charges get created, pick up the applicable rate for the billing of $185 so that the customer gets billed for a value other than 0. If you have any questions around correcting no delivery rules, please post your questions on the forum out in the OWL. Thank you, and have a great day.